Is that going to be, do you think that could be a problem that could really affect the scoreline going into this next one? Could we be seeing Teamus Weamus managing to pull back another ridiculous score, or are we going to be seeing maybe Rocketpuff Girls might be able to try and fix some of those problems?
So, and not to be biased, if you're watching NA, typically North American teams don't adjust quite as well as EU teams in terms of the same series. When you're watching EU Rocket League, there is a big chance that they will be able to make those adjustments necessary. It's a matter of, one, can they contain Woody? Can they keep him out of the play consistently enough? And then also, are they able to make successful passing play? They seem to be well in terms of how they challenge in the air for all their aerial plays. And they have good setups in the box when they play into that standard meta where you get it from the corner and then over to the center. But they maybe need to play a little bit more back pass, either back passes or plays off the backboard, to where they can set up a little bit of plays where they're going to have a better time confusing their opponents.
Oh, here we go. Game number 2. Already one of the advantage of Teamus Weamus. And they will take control as they head over towards the Rocketpuff Girls side. They'll get it quickly back up, but the defensive for Teamus Weamus seems to be on point for this one. Wrong way challenges. Mr. Craftman gets it out of the way, and Jamal's going to follow it back until Alias is going to start disrupting. Mojo's going to have to try and defend here, and it will be bounced off the corner back towards the center. Alex will get it back off the backboard, and Alias is going to go for a shot, but good defense keeps it away until Alex follows it back off the backboard and puts the first point in favor of Teamus Weamus again within just 60 seconds of match number 2.
You see Jamal sitting here on ball cam, waiting for the ball to drop, gives Alex a huge opportunity to turn in and take the play all on his own. Complete possession and control the entire time. You're not able to really control how you're going to manage the ball, and you're actually going to have a hard time getting your clear successful when you're also having to manage your controller and your camera in that way. Just a bit of a mistake there on Jamal's end. And a second one, Alex will take the play into the 90. This is going to set it up for a 2-0. You actually see an interesting one here where he, once again, the clears out to the corner. Craftman goes in for the play, but Woody has set up a perfect pass there to the center. It's looking real strong here already early on for Teamus Weamus. It's just, they need, once again, as hilarious as it sounds in the chat, they need to shut down the wood.
Definitely. 2-0, Teamus Weamus in control here. All three try and defend this ball as it does bounce off the backboard. Mojo might try to go for a shot, but he can't find it. And it's Mr. Craftman also goes for one. It's a little bit too far to the left as it does hit the post. He gets the shot registered, but other than that, no goals coming in today. And now it will be Teamus Weamus' turn to strike as it goes off the backboard. Wrong way, can't find all of it. Alex will be able to try and back, just about keep it towards the center. And Alias might be able to chime in for a nice shot. He will do so. Very nicely done. 3-0. Teamus Weamus' attack is definitely on point for this one.
Alex with a great setup for alley-oops, and it goes up. So Mr. Craftman actually almost getting the play on that one, just being a little bit off on it, a little bit late to the actual aerial stop. I think he was waiting to see how that one was going to bounce through. I don't know if you could be that patient in this matchup so far. It seems that the pace of play coming from Teamus Weamus is considerably stronger. Rocketpuff girls are having a hard time keeping up.
3-0 now. We're definitely seeing a change of form that favors Teamus Weamus. 3 minutes on the clock. Wrong way, Woody's going to be able to get the aggression. Alex is going to be able to chime in. And once again, there's no one there to defend it. And Rocketpuff girls will let another easy goal slip through the cracks. And Teamus Weamus will take a much better 4-0 scoreline this time around. 3 minutes on the clock. There's still time for Rocketpuff girls to do something, but the likelihood is slowly slipping away as Teamus Weamus just being on an absolute roll so far. 3 minutes left on the clock. Kickoff goes towards the favor of Teamus Weamus as it does head over towards the Rocketpuff corner.
Interesting play here indeed. Craftman to Jamal. That's a good pass. This sets up something here. You see Moho and Craftman now lining up at the top of the box. This is great play in good position, but they're backing off of these and they're being a little bit too sensitive to the play. When they see any kind of turnaround here from their opponents, they're immediately back on the rotate. They're afraid of having to play this one overly aggressive. And I think that they will have a shot if they're ever willing to commit to that play.
2 minutes here, a little over 2 minutes on the clock, and so far Teamus haven't been able to find another goal yet, although this might be their chances. Mojo's a little bit too far off, just about disrupts it, and Wrong Way will be able to try and take control. Not going to happen this time. Alex is up towards the aerial. Going to see if he can try to do so. It doesn't happen today. Rocketpuff girls now in a good chance to try to take a shot. Mojo finds it up, and Jamal follows it on through. And there you go. First point on the board for Rocketpuff girls. 2 minutes 6 to go. They've still got to find 3 more at least, though.
You see Jamal lines up at the top of the box exactly where he needs to be to make that one happen. See, this is exactly what we're talking about. Once they're willing to make the execution and commit to these plays, they do have the ability to do that. It just seems like it's going to be a little bit more complicated now with Teamus Weamus kind of reading into each and every one of their moves, that they have to be able to move just as fast. They can't play with these second two-handed touches, and actually they have to make commit opportunities.
Ball centered up, can't exactly find the counter from Rocketpuff Girls this time. It's bounced off the backboard once again, but Mojo gets it out of the way. Ali is there to center it up, but once again, Jamal gets it straight back over towards the blue corner now. Wrong way, will try to take control. And Mr. Craftman is there ready to challenge it. It does get over towards the center. But back over towards the Rocketpuff Girls corner this time. Teamus Weamus done some good work in this position here, and it might be even more so. Mojo's able to defend and get it off the backboard. No one there to follow it up. Ali is just going to be able to disrupt, pass it over towards Alex. But Jamal is there once again to tackle and take control. 1:18 to go here. And Rocketpuff Girls, they need to get their skates on. This might be their chance, but Alex is there once again to get it out of the way, get it out of contention. And now it will be following it over towards the goal line. Another shot comes out, but it's not all found in this case. And a minute to go now. Teamus Weamus, they're most certainly in control here.
It does seem like, and just in terms of actual control during this matchup here, Teamus Weamus has had the majority of the possession. But we actually are seeing a bit of a shift in that. You do see the Rocketpuff Girls actually turning around, trying to make opportunities of their own. The one thing that they're struggling with right now is they're shadowing their own players a little bit, and that comes down to a little bit of a trust and communication issue. You have to make sure that you're willing to trust your teammates to make the right plays, and then know when your guys are getting ready to execute and push forward. And that seems to be like something that they are working on. They're getting a lot better at right now, but they've had another shot on goal. That's a great play here coming in. 30 seconds left on the clock, though. Time is ticking here. 3 goals is looking very unlikely at this point, and it's now going to be down to, will they be able to turn it around in Game 3 and Game 4?
Yeah, that's pretty much all the hope they're going to have here as well. It's pretty much mathematically impossible for them to score at this point and bring it back to overtime, as 10 seconds does tick by. It's so close towards their goal. Mr. Craftman trying to keep it away, but as they do close on through, it looks like the end is nigh for Rocketpuff Girls in game number 2. As Teamus Weamus will take 2-0 so far in this matchup here. And like you said, it's going to be all on these next couple of games for Rocketpuff Girls to try and claw something back, because so far, Teamus Weamus have definitely proven that they are, well, almost unquestionably pretty much the better team in this case.
So, Game 1, we saw them really giving Woody the majority of the offensive striker play. Setting up different opportunities for him to strike, either from the wall or towards the center. We saw a shift in that. In Game 2, we saw a lot more for Alex. 7 shots on goal. They put up Alex at the top of the box. They consistently were passing in there. And it seemed like it was working out very well. They have great chemistry at Teamus Weamus right now. Rocketpuff Girls, they're playing well. They came back in the second half of this game. We saw a different Rocketpuff Girls than we've seen so far in the series. And it does seem like they're giving opportunities now to where Jamal was able to come in and make a nice strike into the bottom 90. Mojo and Mr. Craftsman now have been setting up a couple different opportunities for themselves, but really you see they're going to need more passing play to the center, and they need to be able to play that backboard more. Right now they're playing from the corner, and they're trying to get plays in from a center position, and they need to be able to actually play that from the center of the field and be willing to make those riskier opportunities happen, because that's the way they're going to be able to bait out the defense. They're not really testing the defense on Teamus Weamus right now, and it's been causing them problems because that gives them a lot of ground then to play more and execute harder on offense in the orange zone.